Rev up your hot rod and bust out the Bobby socks. The guardians of bygone goodies are serving up favorite foods of yesteryear.
We do it the same way we've done it for 60 years.
It almost feels like you've gone back in time.
From hot dogs under cozy condiment blankets to sky-high sundaes at the soda fountain.
This sundae is about this big.
Even what heaven must be like.
And even some time-honored classics that take a turn for the unexpected.
It's like a pancake and fried chicken had a baby and landed on our plate.
It's like the entire deli on one sandwich.
By the end, you can't believe you've actually eaten the whole thing.
I almost got a salad, like an idiot.
Food Paradise is keeping it retro. Call it a Red Hot, a Frankfurter, or even a tube steak. If you've got a taste for retro Americana, then your menu has to include hot dogs.
When I was growing up, we'd have hot dogs for holidays like Memorial Day or 4th of July.
I enjoyed being with my daughter and eating hot dogs.
I think my earliest memory of eating a hot dog was on Friday nights before we would get ready to go to a football game.
The hot dog is top dog at the Tennessee time-traveling restaurant, Corey's Doghouse.
I've not had a hot dog at any other restaurant. Seriously, I come to Corey's.
Corey's Doghouse is born in my imagination.
Sean Sully Sullivan opened Corey's in 2009.
It stems from my childhood memories of the perfect hot dog, and it just grew and was built from there.
He remembers sitting at a drugstore lunch counter eating hot dogs with his mom.
Even at 5 and 6 years old, I would always beg for a second one. I loved them so much.
Did Mama Sully give in?
Always.
His customers don't shy away from seconds either. Sully serves up a few thousand trips down memory lane every week.
The atmosphere that I've created here is one of a retro feel.
And you know how everything seemed bigger when you were a kid?
At Corey's Doghouse, we believe bigger is better. Normally at a grocery store, you'd find an 1/8 or a 1/10 of a pound hot dog. We use a 7-inch, 1/5 of a pound all-beef hot dog.
They're not your little short, skimpy hot dogs. They're long and good flavor.
With 38 hot dog combinations on the menu, there's something for the kid in everyone. And they're all inspired by destinations across the USA to give everyone a taste of home. You can start the day with the Jersey breakfast and celebrate sunset with the Hawaii.
Every time I come here, the hot dog, it's always off the chain. I plan to come here and go through the whole list.
Eat your way through all 38 stops on Corey's map, and you'll be enshrined on the wall of wieners. It's a compliment. Really.
I eat at Corey's almost every day. My friend keeps coming back. He's on the wall 12 times.
The journey to the wall of wieners happens one dog at a time. And one of Sully's best sellers began close to home, the Tennessee dog. The first step to turning Tennessee is to go onto the griddle with a split down the middle.
I think it helps get some of the grill flavor into the inside of the hot dogs.
While the dogs sizzle, Sully toasts Corey's distinctive New England-style buns.
We believe that the bun is as important as the hot dog.
They're made just for Sully. The crustless design means he can butter and grill them on both sides for maximum retro flavor. The Tennessee dog gets dressed Southern style, starting with Sully's special slaw.
Most coleslaws are either mayonnaise or vinegar based. We actually add both to our coleslaw. We start with the mayonnaise and then we add a little bit of sugar.
Tart apple cider vinegar cuts the sweetness.
The last thing that we add is our secret weapon, our Australian chipotle spice. What chipotle brings to the table is that smoky, spicy jalapeno kick.
The dry ingredients have a curveball too. Sully starts with shredded cabbage and carrots and adds raw onions and dried cranberries.
It adds a little bit of sweetness to our coleslaw mix.
Then Sully and his spoon make sure all those flavors play well together.
And that's our signature slaw. Creamy, tangy, perfect. Of the Tennessee. It includes yellow mustard because it's a natural classic. Relish, we use neon green relish because it's a Chicago staple and I fell in love with it. Cincinnati-style chili, what makes our chili special is a traditional Cincinnati-style ingredients, including chocolate and cinnamon.
And then 2 scoops of his coleslaw and raw onions. Wow, I need a breath mint already.
And that's the Tennessee dog.
Chicago-style relish and Cincinnati-style chili on the Tennessee dog? I think that's illegal or something. But Sully's customers aren't complaining.
I love the Tennessee dog. It's just really well put together. It's everything I want in a good hot dog.
Get some chili on top and warm yourself right up.
I'll definitely come get this Tennessee dog again.
Sully keeps tickling Tennessee taste buds with another of his best sellers called the Memphis Dog.
It's time to make a Memphis dog.
The grilled dog goes into the crunchy, crustless bun. Then he dresses it like they do in Memphis with a stripe of tangy barbecue sauce, chopped bacon, 2 scoops of his signature coleslaw for contrast, and grilled onions on top.
And that is Corey's original Memphis dog. The combination of the barbecue sauce, the bacon, the coleslaw, and the grilled onions are pure Memphis tastes.
The Memphis dog is really great. I love the coleslaw.
The bread is not your normal bun. It's more like a Texas toast type bread.
Corey's elevates the humble hot dog to its rightful place as a pillar of good old-fashioned retro food, no matter how you top it.
When you leave happy.
I scream.
Why don't mine now?
You scream. We all scream for
Ice cream!
At Brooklyn Pharmacy and Soda Fountain in New York City, the ice cream is endless.
Good old-fashioned ice cream sundae. Can't beat it.
The egg creams are authentic.
I have an egg cream to stay and an egg cream to go.
And the employees are jerks. No, really, soda jerks, running the counter like it was 100 years ago.
You're welcome.
Peter Freeman founded Brooklyn Pharmacy with his sister to capture some of the neighborhood's nostalgia.
When you come to the Brooklyn Pharmacy, you're gonna get really good ice cream. It's a simple pleasure that brings you back to a time when things were really good and when you could go and you could have a great time with your family and you can laugh, and it's under 20 bucks.
The store used to be a real pharmacy, the perfect spot for a soda shop.
Soda fountains were something that originally were in pharmacies. The basis for soda fountains are seltzer, and originally that was believed to have medicinal quality.
At the pharmacy, the past is still present.
When I was very young, this was a real pharmacy. It wasn't an ice cream shop. It just brings me back memories of when I was a child.
And Peter's prescription for serving Sundays in the old neighborhood? Just what the doctor ordered.
Instead of aspirin, we're gonna give you ice cream sundaes.
One of the best sellers is a tribute to a Brooklyn-born superstar and one of his biggest hits, the 99 Problems Sundae.
99 Problems is an ode to Jay-Z and all that he's done for Brooklyn. Normal Sunday is about this big, it's not that big. A big Sunday is about this big, and it's not that big. This Sunday is about this big.
At the Brooklyn Pharmacy, Sundays start from scratch. Before he starts stacking this skyscraper, Peter builds a solid foundation.
No ice cream sundae is complete without a warm, gooey brownie.
He combines a lot of good old-fashioned butter and chocolate, brown sugar and eggs, and vanilla paste.
Gives it a much richer, deeper vanilla flavor.
That all gets folded together with a little bit of flour. And, oh, I really want to lick that bowl. But we'll have to wait for brownies instead. 20 minutes in the oven.
Warm brownies. Let's make a sundae. We're gonna take this first scoop of chocolate ice cream and smash it right down into this brownie.
If 1 scoop is good, 2 scoops must be better. And then it gets bigger, like an entire milkshake poured on top. Hand churned, the old-fashioned way, of course.
I'm feeling and looking for lumps or clumps or anything that wouldn't give me a nice, smooth milkshake. And if you do it right, you can pull it out and turn it upside down.
Whoa, that's how you do it old school.
This milkshake is so thick, it's just perched right on there like whipped cream.
This Sundae Slayer has even more tricks up his rolled-up sleeves, like a sauce made from coconut oil and dark chocolate chips. When it hits the cold ice cream, get out of here. The sauce becomes a shell.
All right, and the cherry on top. And there you go, our 99 Problem Sundae.
It's everything all topped. I don't even know what's in it. Oh!
Is it brownie? Is there more brownie?
99 problems for this.
99 problems, but chocolate ain't one.
It's so good.
The pharmacy has a retro feel, but the menu is always being updated.
One of the newest sundaes that people have been really digging is a sundae called the Downside Up. Basically, it's a deconstruction of an upside-down pineapple cake.
On the bottom, or would that be the top, Peter puts a scoop of toffee crunch ice cream.
What I really love about it is that toffee crunch, that caramel crunch. This sundae has pineapple compote on it. And it's really actually quite simple. It's just pineapple cooked in its own juice with a little bit of sugar. And another scoop of toffee ice cream. We put warm vanilla cake on top of the toffee ice cream, like a nice fitting hat. And then we cover the whole thing with warm caramel sauce. It's sweet, but also a little bit salty.
He counters the warm sauce with a cool whipped cream flour.
And for the cherry on top, a cherry.
Here's the Downside Up. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. I will. The cake was very smooth, soft, and then it melted into the ice cream. And with the whipped cream and the pineapples, it gave it a nice flavor. And the caramel that they put on it gives it a really nice texture and a flavor. And it brings out, you know, enjoyment. This is what heaven must be like. We can eat this and not get fat, you know what I mean?
Brooklyn Pharmacy is using ice cream and nostalgia to make memories for Brooklyn's next generation.
Everybody in the neighborhood knows who Pharmacy is and loves coming here.
Children love it because they just love it, and grown-ups love it because it makes them feel like kids again.
It's a place where people get together and connect with not just each other, but also our own history.
The spirit of Delhi's past finds a home in Houston.
It's like you literally step into a New York deli.
With a sandwich big enough for Texas.
You need an architectural degree to build this sandwich.
This is the kind of sandwich we need to, like, make a plan for.
When it comes to retro eats, you don't mess with Texas. It's got big barbecues, Tex-Mex, and
Pacha, which is jellied calf's feet.
That's right, Houston's Kenny and Ziggy's is keeping it retro with kosher-style eats in cowboy country.
What really separates us apart is our Hamish Macholim stuff, or Yiddish specialities, such as pierogies, blintzes, goulash, kashavanishkis, rugula. Stuffed cabbage is the stuffed cabbage of dreams, and the kreplach that we make, no shtiklach, the whole ganze Welt.
Luckily, you don't have to speak Yiddish to see that Ziggy is bringing the flavors and feel of New York's Lower East Side circa 1920 to the Lone Star State.
It's like you stepped off the streets of Houston into a New York deli.
When I first came here, they said to me, "Don't you miss New York?" I said, "No, I'm in New York every single day." And they said, "But what about the people?" I said, "Well, I look at them as tourists."
For his customers, it's a taste of home.
I come here for sure at least every 2 weeks. And I must tell you, as good a cook as we had at home, my mother, this is far better.
One thing customers can count on, Ziggy doesn't chintz.
That's what happens when you order the child's portion.
This is the kind of sandwich we need to, like, make a plan for.
I'm a big guy, and this is a big sandwich, and I can't even get my mouth halfway around it.
But one sandwich towers above all the rest. Your Bobby may not have wanted you to go hungry, but Ziggy seems like he wants you to pop.
Ordering 1 Zeligabetsky.
Ziggy's Zeligabetsky is like a traditional deli delight on steroids.
It's about 3.5 to 4 pounds of meat total.
Finish the whole 4 pounds of meat by yourself, and Ziggy will give you dessert.
I'll give you a free piece of cheesecake on me.
But Ziggy, did you have to give it a big name, too?
My grandfather used to read me in Yiddish folk tales. So there was this fictional character called Zeligabetsky, and I loved the name. So I wanted to pay homage to my grandfather and on top of it, perpetuate the name Zeliger Betsky.
Just building one is a workout. Ziggy starts with the bread.
8 slices of rye, because this is a Gazinta sandwich, larger than life. So we're gonna put it on like so, and away we go.
He lays down slices like a poker dealer, but it's not ready for the meat yet.
What more traditional in a Jewish delicatessen than Russian dressing? Every layer of the sandwich gets coleslaw, so we can give it another layer of flavor. After we put the Russian and coleslaw, we add a delicate layer of Swiss cheese. The bread's all ready. Now I'm ready to slice some meat. Our roast beef is so good is because we start off with the best top rounds there are. Tongue gets a bad rap, but it is the sushi toro of the Jewish delicatessen. Our turkey is fresher than fresh, and every day here tastes like Thanksgiving.
And then the cured meats come out.
We've been buying the same salami for 3 generations. The turkey pastrami, we smoke it nice and slow. The corned beef is our pride and joy. Anyone that would buy corned beef that's already pre-sliced, that's a shanda.
And last but definitely not least,
it is the best pastrami in America that you will ever eat. I dare you to find better. On the last layer, we put some sweet red pickled peppers. I've been making the sandwich for over 25 years. You need an architectural degree to build this sandwich.
Making this monolith of meat is hard enough, but serving it is a 2 deli-man job.
Cutting through this many layers of sandwich, I need a little help.
But to win the challenge, customers are on their own.
You ready, Daryl?
I'm ready.
All right.
This is the most beautiful sandwich I think I've ever seen. You keep talking, I'm eating.
We're gonna take it a little at a time, you know, creep up on it.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Fabulous combination with the coleslaw and the Russian dressing and the cheese and the rye bread.
It's like the entire deli on one sandwich.
Oh, look, here come the fries.
All right, extra crispy.
I'm very happy that I ended up here. My grandfather was in the business, my dad. Hopefully my children will make a 4th generation, and it will continue on for another 25 to 100 years.
In Texas, the only thing bigger than the Zeliger Betsky is barbecue.
Texans believe barbecue is a birthright. Sauce runs in their veins.
I won't say it's bigger than football, but it's right up there.
And generations of pit pilgrims have been called to this hallowed hall of brisket. We all love our trendy treats, but sometimes you just want to feast on a food that never goes out of style.
Oh, it just melts in your mouth. It's so tender.
And in the town of Taylor, Texas, you'll find a bastion of barbecue, a sanctuary of smoke, where they've been making meat lovers happy for generations. Louis Miller Barbecue.
The ribs here are absolutely fantastic.
The meat stands on its own. You don't have to put sauce on it. In Texas, barbecue is about as big as football.
Since 1959, Louis Miller has served no-frills, old-style meat madness. Texans wouldn't have it any other way.
I won't say it's bigger than football, but it's right up there.
Louis Miller Barbecue actually began in the alleyway behind my grandfather's grocery store in 1946.
Louis's grandson, Wayne Miller, is the 3rd-generation pitmaster.
We moved from the alleyway to our main dining space in 1959, a place that we still reside today.
Louis Miller Barbecue is legendary for one cut in particular, a beefy, smoky, melt-in-your-mouth meat that all others are judged by, their brisket.
The national flag of Texas barbecue is brisket. We do it the same way we've done it for 60 years.
Wayne's brisket magic starts with a big hunk of meat and a knife.
We start with shaping the brisket, blocking the brisket off. We don't actually tenderize the meat, but what we try to do is lower the profile to actually increase our airflow over this piece of meat. now we have a brisket ready to rub.
Unlike some modern-day hotspots, there are no secret ingredients at Louis Miller.
Cracked black pepper and iodized salt. It's a 9-to-1 ratio by volume, pepper to salt. This is about bark creation as much as it is about creating a flavor profile. And there you have it. It's ready for its cook, which this one is 16 pounds, so it's going to take anywhere from 14, 16, 18 hours. Some people use thermometers to tell when their brisket is done. We take a completely different approach. Our fingers can test for tension. Tension tells us tenderness. Once our fingers tell us that this brisket is complete, that's when we pull it.
That's a real hands-on approach, and a good way to burn your fingers.
We sell our brisket in 2 ways. We have a very lean section, which is called the flat. It has more of a consistency of, say, a strip steak. The other is a marbled section, which we call the point, the moist end, the fatty end. It's robust with flavor. This is by far and away our most popular cut.
And by popular, you mean?
On a busy Saturday, we'll have anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pounds of brisket sold.
That's a herd of cattle to feed a stampede of customers. At Louis Miller, you get your carved up by the pound, on paper, the way they've always done it. Who wants to mess around with plates anyway?
The brisket was excellent. It was tender and moist and very, very good.
The brisket was like the best brisket I've ever had.
Really moist, got a great smoked flavor to it.
Flavor's amazing. Spice is really good, too.
The brisket's a longtime favorite, but Wayne's created his own classic with his big beef ribs.
We developed these in 2010. It's sort of like a ribeye on a stick.
That's one brontosaurus-sized block of beef, Wayne.
One decent-sized rib can feed 3 people easily.
In a nod to the brisket, they get the same simple salt and pepper rub.
These are rubbed and ready. These will cook 7 to 10 hours and make some really amazing, scrumptious meats. I love these. What we have here is intense marbling that's consistent throughout the entire muscle mass. What you wind up with is just the silkiest, smoothest, most unbelievable meat combination you've ever tasted. I've heard people say it's not only the best meat or the best rib, but it's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Beef ribs or Pinnacle does not get better than this. Perfection.
It doesn't taste like any of the other ribs I've had.
It's like clouds of juicy. It's amazing. I mean, there's nothing else you can say.
So if you ever feel like kale chips and protein bars are taking over,
yeah, okay.
take a trip to Texas, back to a simpler time.
Texans believe barbecue is a birthright, and sauce runs in their veins. It really is a part of the culture in a way that I haven't seen it in any other region of the country.
For keeping it retro, you can't beat a classic diner.
Makes you feel like you're like back in the 1950s.
Coffee, pie, and meat donuts?
I'm mixing together all of my dreams come true.
Everyone was like, what is this?
Whether you're going to a sock hop or rocking around the clock, fueling up on diner dishes is a time-honored tradition.
I like coming to diners because they give me a nostalgic, retro kind of feel, and I feel really comfortable when I'm at a diner.
And the Hilo Diner in Minneapolis is the real deal.
Art Deco, 1957, built in New Jersey by the Padero Dining Car Company. We wanted people to walk in and say, man, this place has been here forever.
Not quite forever. It was trucked in 2008, but customers get the vintage vibe.
It has a very retro feel. Makes you feel like you're like back in the 1950s.
It's like stepping back in time when you come to Hilo Diner.
The Hilo isn't serving big plates of nostalgia.
Hilo Diner is a mix of retro with a lot of new, exciting food concepts.
I think it's somewhat of taking like a 57 Chevy, but yet you want to have you know, power steering, power brakes. He wanted a brand new sound system.
It has the new donut phase with all these fun chicken, Korean barbecue, different toppings.
Wait, what did she say?
There's menu items that people can relate to. And then we've got the high tops, which everyone is like, what is this?
Chef Heidi's high top is a fluffy puff of donut-like dough, topped with savory and sweet combinations.
It's a donut, but it's not a donut. It's kind of a blend between focaccia, a pizza dough, and donut dough. They take about a total of 5 minutes. So you want to cook one side of the high top completely for about 2.5 minutes. Then you turn them and finish the cooking process for another 2.5. On a typical Friday or Saturday, we can go through like 2,000 high tops. There's always a lady or a gentleman standing here just doing this. I know that the high top is ready when it's golden brown on both sides. High top's fried, fresh to order. We're ready to build the Gary Cooper high top. The Gary Cooper is our signature dish. It's chicken on a high top donut.
It really just seems to tap into everybody. Like almost every table are like, oh man, another Cooper, another Cooper, another Cooper.
The star of the Cooper is a classic, fried chicken. But Chef Heidi's taking it in a whole new direction.
We got a few tricks up our sleeve to modernize this retro dish. We brine the chicken for 12 hours in fresh buttermilk, seasoned with salt, sugar, crushed red chili flakes, rosemary, and habaneros for a good kick. Then we bake it, and we cool it completely, and then we're ready to bread it and fry it. We dredge it in seasoned flour, fresh buttermilk. You can use any kind of breading you want. At the Hilo, we're unique. Some corn flakes that are seasoned with fresh ground pepper, kosher salt. We got a cayenne pepper in there and a garlic powder.
Then it's into a good old-fashioned hot oil bath, but only for a few minutes.
We move this chicken so fast, it's hard to keep it in the house.
She slathers a high top with sweet glaze, the fried chicken, maple syrup, country gravy, and a little shrub of green on top. Because it's a healthy dish.
Forget chicken and waffles, forget biscuits and gravy. There's a new American classic in town, and his name is Gary Cooper.
In my right mind, I would never dream up of this, but it's really, really good.
It's like a pancake and fried chicken had a baby and landed on our plate. It's gorgeous.
I'm mixing together all of my dreams come true, which is maple syrup, the high top donuts, fried chicken, and gravy.
In the Midwest, we look for kind of hearty foods, and this place really delivers with the donut. I mean, what says Midwest more than meat on top of a donut?
It's phenomenal. Yeah, I almost got a salad like an idiot.
The Hilo has all the chrome-plated comforts of a 1950s diner. But on this menu, there's no looking back.
I wanted that retro food, but I wanted to touch on what people are eating today. We're molding it, we're shaping it, we're turning it into a work of art, neat and complete.
We're taking this show on the road.
The food, the atmosphere, the cars, it's great.
To a retro roadhouse where an old-school sandwich has been drawing the classic car crowd for decades.
It's wet, so you'll get messy, but it's good. A lot of fun.
There's no car like a classic. Big, fully loaded, and worth taking a trip just to enjoy it. Kind of like the food at Duke's Drive-In, just outside Chicago in Bridgeview, Illinois. For more than 40 years, Duke's fans have been driving in for a taste of a Chicago culinary classic, Italian beef.
People from Chicago love their Italian beef.
Get a dip beef sandwich, nice juicy, Chicago style.
Everybody says they have Chicago this, Chicago that, and you cannot get it unless you are here.
I'm intrigued. So what makes Italian beef the calling card of Chicago cuisine?
Italian beef was brought to Chicago with the immigrants from Italy back during the Depression when times were hard. It's soaked in gravy with spices. It's topped with sweet peppers or giardiniera or sometimes mozzarella cheese. And it's served on usually a French-style Italian bread.
Bill's been in the beef business almost since Duke's opened its doors. And yes, there was a Duke.
The business was founded by my father-in-law, Duke, back in 1975, and the whole family has been working running it ever since.
Bill's kitchen is a lot like his parking lot, full of shiny metal and muscle.
On average, in a busy week in the summer, we could sell around 2,000 Italian beef sandwiches, but It all begins right here. This is the raw meat that we take that begins with. Each one of these weighs about 20 pounds, so total of all these in here, we'll get about 150 Italian beef sandwiches by the time we're done. We're gonna brown these for a while, get a nice crust on them, then we're gonna braise them slowly, get some nice seasoning in them. These sound like they're brown now, so I'm gonna give them a good flip. So we're gonna add the water, which essentially becomes our gravy, and then we're gonna add the spices, which is gonna flavor the meat. A lot of people ask us over the years what's in our recipe, and it's basically salt, pepper, oregano, just the basic things found in your Italian kitchen.
After the meat cooks and cools, Bill gets it ready for prime time.
We trim it, we slice it, and then we bring it up front to make sandwiches.
Bill serves 2,000 sandwiches a week, so he doesn't slice it all by hand.
The key to slicing is you want it paper thin as you can slice it together so that when you pick it up, it'll be in one piece.
The meat has been seared, simmered, and sliced. Finally, it gets served.
This is our Italian beef gravy. It contains all our spices, all our flavor, the juices from the beef.
Sometimes we'll use 40 gallons of gravy a day.
Our sweet peppers are made in-house. We get them in fresh. We cut them up, we saute them in spices, and then they're ready to go.
For those of you that aren't familiar with giardiniera, it's chopped up vegetables and peppers and spices marinated in an oil.
This is our Italian beef, sweet and hot.
I come here just for this.
Even though it's kind of hard to like manage with these little hands, it's so good, so good.
I'm Italian, and it's the Italian way.
The giardiniera, it's not greasy. It's nice, crisp, and green, and delicious. So good.
I used to eat 2 of these a night, way back when. I can't do that no more. I've been coming to Duke's since the late 70s as a teenager. The only thing I've ever ordered here was a beef sandwich. About 2 weeks ago, I decided to try something a little different, and I had a Italian sausage, and it's quite good.
Wait a minute. You ordered the same thing for 40 years?
Well, when it's good, you know, you don't want to try something different.
And that's why people love Duke's. The beef is so good, it takes 40 years to look at the rest of the menu.
Chicago's the only place to get a good Italian beef, and Duke's is the place in Chicago. Come up here for the cars and the camaraderie with all my friends, and it's just a great place to be.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so you've got to do it right. You can't go wrong at this landmark in Portland, Oregon. The original Pancake House has been making great dishes for decades, particularly pancakes.
They just have something in their pancakes that makes it just like so delicious. Like the first time I ate here, my head went boom.
Don't worry, he made a full recovery. Their mind-blowing pancakes date to when the house opened for business in 1953.
You can't get pancakes like ours anywhere else.
And we have Elizabeth Hyatt's grandfather to thank for them.
My grandfather was a chef his whole life, so he was able to tweak what were old world recipes and make them better. And then my grandmother was a biochemist, so she was able to take his recipes and then add enzymes so that the batters would stay light and fluffy all day long.
Ah, they pancaked me with science. Jonathan List joined the business the old-fashioned way. Marriage.
I came every day for a decade, and then fortunately began dating the founder's other granddaughter.
Today, the original Pancake House has over 100 locations, but passionate pancake fans make the pilgrimage to Portland.
I live in Yorba Linda, California. I fly 1,000 miles to come here.
It almost feels like you've gone back in time 20 or 30 years. The outfits that all of the staff wear, the friendliness of everybody, and just the consistency of the menu.
Turns out, there's a reason for that.
The menu has changed very little since 1953. It's a real process to convince my dad that we should add something new to the menu.
The 2 signature items, the apple pancake and the Dutch baby, are both plate-sized soufflés, both oven-baked to a height of 4 to 6 inches. Slightly different, but both out of this world.
The apple pancake begins with apples, more like an orchard.
The ratio of apples to butter is about half and half.
So that's a lot of butter.
On a busy weekend, we can go through at least 200 pounds.
And for perfect pancakes, they all have to be peeled.
We use exclusively Granny Smith apples. We think that the tartness of the apple paired with the sweetness of the cinnamon sugar glaze is sheer perfection.
You've got a cool slicer too, right?
We like to hand slice our apples so that there's a variance in the thickness of the apple. We think that lends beauty to the apple pancake. It just provides a nice variance in texture. I've been slicing apples since I was about 10 years old. I figure I've gone through hundreds of thousands of apples.
Obviously, practice makes perfect. The apples go straight from slicing to simmering in butter.
First, we're gonna add our clarified butter to the pan. Then we're gonna add our cinnamon sugars. Let that caramelize for a little bit. Then we're gonna add lots and lots of apples to the pan. That's gonna coat the apple so that we get that nice, wonderful glaze. We're gonna top it with our batter. We have a mixture of eggs, heavy cream, and water. Lots and lots of sugar, and a mixture of flour, salt, and a few secret ingredients we can't possibly tell you about. So we've been using our German batter recipe since we opened the original Pancake House in 1953. Let it set up for a minute, and then into the oven it goes. We cook the pancakes for about 45 minutes at a low temperature, and it's that low temperature that allows the pancake to puff up like a souffle. We're gonna let it sit so that the sugars caramelize to crunchy and gooey perfection. Flipping the apple pancake out of the pan is the trickiest part. And this is our world-famous ooey gooey perfect apple pancake.
It's about my favorite meal in the world. The combination with all of the apples and the cinnamon is just amazing.
The texture is unique in that the interior is soft and gooey, and of course the outside is with apples and the sauce and everything. It's very unique.
The apple pancake looks like it's going to be this monster, but it's actually, you just keep going back, and by the end, you can't believe you've actually eaten the whole thing.
The original Pancake House proves that a perfect breakfast is timeless.
I think my grandfather tried to create a little piece of perfection, and to me, the greatest compliment a customer will give to me is that things haven't changed in over 60 years.
From pancakes to patty melts.
Caramelized onions were fantastic. Lots of cheese. It was nice and gooey.
We'll wrap up our retro road trip with a West Coast classic.
It's a little messy, but I order a patty melt because I want a juicy burger.
In the land of sun, fun, and make-believe, a historic old hangout is getting a second chance. One of the oldest buildings in the city of Orange, California, is the recently renovated Watson's Soda Fountain and Cafe.
In 1899, Watson's was the first pharmacy in Orange. We tried to incorporate a lot of the previous history in the restaurant.
Watson's is an anchor here in the city of Orange. It's been here forever, and they did a fabulous job reinventing it, and it's just part of the community.
While Watson's isn't a pharmacy anymore, it still has some medicine on the menu.
We like to go to the bar and hang out and have a drink when the kids are in school, so yeah.
They have milkshakes here that also have booze in them, which is really rad. As someone who's 22 and likes vintage stuff, but also likes to drink.
The new doctor in the house is Chef Araceli Gutierrez, and she's got the perfect chaser for a spiked milkshake. A little SoCal sandwich you may have heard of, the Patty Melt.
The Patty Melt's an iconic sandwich from Southern California. It's been around since the 40s. People grew up at Watson's eating that sandwich, so it was important for us to have that on there.
That and the fact that it's their most popular dish.
We sell about 500 patty melts a week. We use Angus beef because it's extra juicy and flavorful.
And Chef Araceli has a prescription to add even more flavor.
You can't have a burger without a special sauce. We like to call ours our pharmacy sauce. We have mayonnaise, ketchup, sugar, relish, yellow onion, and salt.
She adds red wine vinegar and Worcestershire sauce and mixes it all together.
Pharmacy sauce, just what the doctor ordered. When you order a burger, it normally comes with lettuce, tomato on a bun. But a patty melt, it's a completely different thing. It's sandwiched with mushrooms and cooked onions served on rye.
It all goes right on the griddle. Chef Araceli lays down thick slices of buttered rye bread. 4 slices of Swiss go on the hot rye to melt. While those toast, she caramelizes the mushrooms and onions. And then she stacks all those layers of juicy goodness into a sandwich of truly historic proportions.
And then we add that delicious pharmacy sauce.
Oh, yes. The only problem I see is, how do you fit that in your mouth?
Before we serve the patty melt, we have to finish it off on our press.
The press gives it a nice crunchy crust and a squish.
Here's Watson's famous patty melt ready for lunch.
Caramelized onions were fantastic. Lots of cheese. It was nice and gooey.
It's a little messy, right? It's running down my face, it's on my hands, but I order a patty melt because I want a juicy burger.
I love the way that they cook their meat and the way that the cheese is just so melty and delicious.
I love all of the elements of a patty melt, from the caramelized onions and the mushrooms all together with the meat. It's moist and juicy, but it has the crispy bread. It's just the best. Best place to have a patty melt, Watson's, definitely.
It was really important for us to maintain Watson's in the community and keep it open for another 120 years.
It brings you back in time. It's really a wonderful feeling.
Just a little bit of nostalgia for people that have come here before, and now they get to bring their family here as well. It's just generation after generation. What would this area be without Watson's?
Good question. Where would any of us be without the old school specialties that taste like home? Our historic hotspot holiday is over. But the retro revolution is just beginning. And it will be televised.
That's it? We're finished?